Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to Promotech. Thanks for tuning in. Samsung is about to remove a camera from the Galaxy S27 Ultra, and that sounds small until you realize this breaks a pattern they've followed for nearly a decade. This isn't about losing a lens. It's about Samsung quietly walking away from a philosophy they built their flagship identity on. Let's dive right into the video because this one needs context. For years, Samsung's Ultra phones have been about more. More zoom levels, more sensors, more hardware flexibility. That quad camera setup wasn't just for marketing, it was insurance. No matter the distance, there was always a dedicated lens ready. And the 3x telephoto, it sat right in that everyday zoom range. Not flashy like 10x, not wide like ultra-wide, but it was the one people actually used the most. So removing it feels wrong at first. But here's where things start to shift. Samsung hasn't meaningfully upgraded that 3x sensor in a long time. Same story, different year, minor tweaks, no real leap. Meanwhile, the 200MP main sensor kept evolving quietly in the background. Better binning, better detail retention, stronger cropping. So now Samsung looks at it and basically says, why keep a separate lens that's average when a main sensor can simulate it at a similar or even better level? And if you compare it side by side, older Ultras relied on switching lenses physically at 3x. The newer approach? It's just one sensor doing more work. Less moving parts, less calibration complexity, and surprisingly, more consistency between shots. That's something people don't talk about enough. Lens switching can create subtle color and exposure shifts. Cropping avoids that completely. But this is where it stops being about cameras. Because once you remove that extra module, something opens up internally. Not metaphorically, physically. You get space. And in modern smartphones, space is everything. That space can go to a slightly larger battery, better cooling, or even structural changes that make the phone easier to scale into different sizes. And that connects directly to the S27 Pro rumors. Because let's be honest, Samsung has struggled to justify anything between Plus and Ultra. The gap was always awkward. But now, if both devices share a similar 3-camera system, suddenly the difference becomes size, battery, and maybe 1 or 2 premium extras. That's clean. That's easy to understand. That's exactly what users tend to prefer, even if they don't say it directly. And yeah, this is very close to what Apple has been doing for years. Not copying feature for feature, but copying the structure. Reduce complexity, increase clarity, and guide users into simpler decisions. Samsung used to experiment more, take bigger swings. Now it feels like they're tightening control instead. But the timing of this is what really stands out. Because Qualcomm confirming multiple versions of their next flagship chip isn't just a spec update, it's a strategy enabler. Now Samsung can split performance without making it obvious. One version for Ultra, one for Pro. Same branding, slightly different experience. Most people won't notice, but the segmentation becomes much sharper behind the scenes. And when you connect all of this together, it paints a different picture. Removing the 3x camera isn't a loss, it's a reset. It simplifies the system, aligns the lineup, and prepares the hardware for a more modular future. Even a magnetic accessory interference people have been hinting at, that becomes easier to manage when you're not packing 4 large sensors into the same corner. Quick side note, this kind of shift reminds me of how people handle clutter in general. Whether it's apps, files, or even workflow, most people keep adding instead of refining. That's why tools like Wallverse are getting attention. They focus on simplifying what you already have instead of stacking more on top. And weirdly, that's exactly what Samsung is doing here with hardware. Now here's the part one keep coming back to. If Samsung is willing to remove something this central, something that's been part of the Ultra identity for years, then what's actually off limits going forward? Because this doesn't feel like a one-time decision. It feels like the beginning of a pattern. And if that pattern continues, are we heading toward a future where Ultra phones stop being about pushing boundaries and start becoming just the most refined version of a shared design? Also, quick thing. Over 70% of you watching aren't subscribed. And if you're into breaking down tech like this, not just what changed, but why it changed, then you're already part of the thinking behind this channel. You just haven't joined it yet. Because honestly, if this is how Samsung starts simplifying its biggest flagship, what happens when they decide to simplify something even bigger next? Take care and stay safe. I'll see you in the next one soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.